Welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a long time between this video and the previous one, but the day job has been getting in the way of video making. When you last saw me, I'd just landed on the island of Elba in the Mediterranean. Now tune in and watch the flight from Elba to Malta.
November 101 Delta Whiskey Marina, are you ready to copy?
November 1 Delta Whiskey, go ahead.
Whiskey Marina.
1 Delta Whiskey, go ahead.
Ready to copy clearance?
Hey firm, go ahead.
Tuma control clear to destination via Elba Tinto. Climb up to flight level 90, squawk 1240.
November 101 Delta Whiskey, we're cleared to destination via Elba Tinto and flight level 90, the squawk is 1740.
Squawk 1240.
1240, 1 Delta Whiskey.
You've just heard me pick up the IFR clearance for our route. The route down to Malta is a remarkably simple one. We just follow one airway, L12, all the way there. So our clearance consisted of flying to the Elba beacon, Echo Lima Bravo, and then into the airway at Tinto. You'll notice that our clearance is to flight level 90. We've actually filed flight level 110. The airway in fact doesn't exist at flight level 90 at Tinto. So what they've done is effectively to clear us to fly below the airway, and we'll get the actual clearance to climb into the airway at 110 when we speak to Rome Control. As we taxi out, there's something else we should talk about. We're more or less taxiing here parallel to the runway heading, and you'll notice immediately the hills in front of us. In fact, they are 900 feet high, and they do pretty much block the climb-out path. To get around this rather obvious problem, the Italians have designed an S-shaped climb-out path, which you can see here on the visual departure chart. Today we're going to be taking off on runway 34 and we're going to be flying that S-shaped path. The views over the island are absolutely spectacular, even if it does upset the terrain warning system.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, we're ready for departure.
November Delta Whiskey, Roger, take off on discretion 34030 degrees, 13 knots.
Take off runway 34, November 1 Delta Whiskey. Okay, we have good power, airspeed's alive and cross-checked.
Oscar Lima Romeo, we're following the Bravo Juliet.
Coming up 60 knots.
Lima Romeo Marina, you are number 4, and the number 3 is Delta Romeo Fox India.
Delta Fox India, we are number 4, Oscar Lima Romeo.
Aircraft is climbing nicely.
Delta Fox India will taxiing to the ordering point.
Fox India, back November 473, Bravo Juliet Marina, back track 34.
Back track 34, November 473, Bravo Juliet.
73 Bravo Juliet Marina, confirm the altitude you intend to maintain.
Today 110 if possible, November Bravo Juliet.
110.
Affirmative. Flight level 110 for Bravo Juliet.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Reported 5 nautical miles out.
45 nautical miles out, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
Delta Fox India holding point, Bravo 34.
Delta Fox India, Roger, maintain position.
Maintaining Fox India.
Correct, Kilo Lima Rome Marina, start taxi, stop different on the runway.
We are taxi behind the Fox here, Delta Fox India.
Correct. Bravo Juliet, take off on discretion 34020 degrees at 12 knots. proximity on the runway.
We are holding clear proximity on the runway. Caliber Hotel.
73 Bravo Juliet Marina Airport 23, report 5 nautical miles out.
Report 5 nautical miles out. Mobile grid.
One Delta Whiskey Marina Airport altitude.
1 Delta Whiskey climbing through altitude 2,200 feet.
Roma control 124.8, bye.
Roma 124.8, 1 Delta Whiskey.
Ali 2045, descend to flight level 250, leave now.
Descend to level 250, leaving now, return at 2045. T1 Alpha Bravo, request further climb.
Easy to 1 Alpha Bravo, continue climb to flight level 320.
Continue climb level 320, T1 Alpha Bravo.
Mike Alfa Romeo 1043, contact 129.0, ciao.
1290, Mike Alfa Romeo 1043, ciao.
Roma Bonjour, November 101 Delta Whiskey, climbing through altitude 2,900 feet, flight level 90, direct to Tinto.
November 101 Delta Whiskey, good day sir, squawk guidance and report your final.
Hi then, and we're looking for flight level 110 for cruise.
Buongiorno Roma, 55 Mike 330.
Generally 55 Mike, radar contact is Elba, El Cap 2 Alpha, runway 16 left.
Cap 2 Alpha, 16 left.
November 101 Delta Whiskey, observed your ident, climb to flight level 110, call me back passing through level 100.
This flight level 110 and call you back passing through flight level 100, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
Buongiorno Voltaire 17, no sorry, 13 Papa Tango, which comes in level 310 to Elba.
And that concludes our departure from Elba. We're now going to fast forward down airway L12 down to southern Sicily. We're already talking to Malta Radar and we're starting to think about the approach.
Malta, good afternoon, November 101 Delta Whiskey, flight level 110.
November 101 Delta Whiskey, Malta Radar, contact level 110, continue flight plan route.
Continue flight plan route, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
This is Luqa, ATIS information, Romeo. Time 1111 Zulu. Expect ILS approach, runway 31. Runway 31 for arrivals and departures. Transition level 70. Runway 23 for IFR operation. Wind 280 degrees, 9 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds 2 at 1008.
With the ATIS refreshed, it's not long before we get our specific arrival instructions. Positioning on the ILS approach for runway 31 via a point called Kekor.
November 101 Delta Whiskey, proceed direct Kekor, runway 31.
Direct Kekor for runway 31, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
As you can see from the attached approach plate, Kekor corresponds to a right base onto the ILS for runway 31. At Kekor we would ordinarily expect to be at 3,000 feet. We're still currently at flight level 110. It won't be long before we're handed to the approach controller and we expect to see descent from him.
November 101 Delta Whiskey, contact Luqa Radar 128.150, goodbye.
Contact radar 128.150, November 1 Delta Whiskey, bye-bye. Radar, good afternoon, November 101 Delta Whiskey, flight level 110, direct Kekor. We have information Romeo PA32.
November 101 Delta Whiskey, radar contact, information Sierra.
We'll pick up Sierra, 1 Delta Whiskey.
This is Luqa, ATIS information, Sierra. Time 1143 Zulu. Expect ILS approach runway 31. Runway 31 for arrivals and departures. Transition level 70. Runway 23 for VFR operation. Wind 220 degrees, 7 knots, variable between 190 and 260 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud, view at 1,800 feet. Temperature 23. Dew point 14. QNH 1018. No stick. On first contact with Luqa ground or Luqa radar, notify receipt of Sierra.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet, 1018, 1 Delta Whiskey.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, vectoring for sequencing, turn left by 5 degrees, report me heading.
Left 5, head 135, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, Russia.
Our arrival happens to coincide with the arrival of a Ryanair flight. Because they're much faster than we are being widened out slightly, a turn to the left in order to make space for them to get in ahead of us.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, descend altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
Runway 6 X-ray Charlie, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, Runway 6 X-ray Charlie.
Runway 6 X-ray Charlie, turn right heading 160.
Right heading 160, Runway 6 X-ray Charlie.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
Cleared altitude 3,000 feet, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
Runway 6 X-ray Charlie, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1018, Runway 6 X-ray Charlie.
Runway 6 X-ray Charlie, descend altitude 1,500 feet.
Descend 1,500 feet, Runway 6 X-ray Charlie.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, turn right heading 150. Radar vectors for ILS approach runway 31.
Right side, head 150, radar vectors for the approach, 1 Delta Whiskey.
Runway 6 X-ray Charlie, turn right heading 220 right base.
Runway 6 X-ray Charlie requesting another 2 miles for track miles.
Runway 6 X-ray Charlie, Roger, report ready for base.
Welcome.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, turn right heading 180.
Right turn, head 180, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
Runway 6 X-ray Charlie, we're ready for base.
Runway 6 X-ray Charlie, turn right heading 285, cleared ILS approach runway 31, report established.
Right heading 285, cleared ILS approach, call you established, Runway 6 X-ray Charlie.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, turn right heading 220 right base.
Right turn, head 220, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, are you able for a 7-mile final runway 31?
Hey firm, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, Roger. November 1 Delta Whiskey, descend altitude 2,000 feet and 10 track miles from terminal.
Descend altitude 2,000 feet, Roger, November 1 Delta Whiskey.
November 1 Delta Whiskey turn, right heading 285, cleared ILS approach runway 31, report established.
Right turn, head 285, we're clear to the approach and we'll go 1 Delta Whiskey. November 1 Delta Whiskey, localizer established.
November 1 Delta Whiskey, 6 miles from touchdown, contact Luqa Tower 135.1.
135.1, Delta Whiskey, thank you very much. Good afternoon, November 101 Delta Whiskey, just becoming ILS established runway 31.
November 101 Delta Whiskey, Luqa Tower, good afternoon. After landing, roll out to the end and hold short of runway 23, wind 240 degrees, 9 knots, runway 31, clear to land.
31 clear to land, after landing, roll to the end and hold short of the opposing runway.
Minimums.
So we're just going to fly along the runway. He wants us to go all the way to the other end.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, tell your friends, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon, that way you'll be notified when another video comes along. I'll see you on another video very soon.